Hello and welcome. In this video, we will talk about how you can create a fully functional, super responsive blog website, which will be SEO friendly and you can earn money through Google AdSense and affiliate marketing. Let me show you the recent earning we make with our AdSense. So these are 4 websites which is up and running right now. And as you can see on our first account, we have around $19,300. And on the other's account we have around $5,800, and the third one is a new account where we make around $1,700, and the last one is also around $1,700. Let me refresh these pages so you can understand these are real earning, and you can earn this much with your blog website as well. So if we calculate the all amount, which will be some around 18,400, which if we convert in Indian rupee, which will be around 24 lakh plus. And this is not it. We also make money with affiliate marketing, and this is not the only website. We also have 10 other websites, and we also create and manage clients' website as well, which we cannot show due to the confidentiality. But I hope you get the idea, and after this video, if you make everything perfectly, you will know how to create a blog website, and later on you will get the AdSense approval and make money like this. So this is the website we will create, and let's take a look about the design and feature of this website. First of all, on the header, we have a sidebar. Here we have the newsletter section, and we will talk more about the newsletter section later in this video. And we have some selected posts, and you can decide which post you want to highlight here. Moving on, we have logo and we have menu. Remember, this is not just a ordinary menu, because in this menu you are getting the regular drop down menu as well as the mega menu. You can place different blog posts based on the category in this menu, and this is a really helpful feature. Also, it will increase user experience to navigate your website. Then we have a subscribe button, and this subscribe button, if you click on that, it will redirect you to the newsletter section, and we will talk about more about the newsletter section later in this video. Then we have the icon, and this is the switch to dark mode. If you click on that, it will turn the background into dark, and I personally consider this is an amazing feature because people like us who really like to read on a darker background, this feature is really helpful. I often find myself uncomfortable to read in a lighter background, and user can back to the light option whenever they want. Then we have search option, and the search bar is really fast. If you click on this, it will immediately show you all the results it has. Okay, now in the first part, we have a white space to place your selected blogs, and the interesting part is you can manage the display and order of this blog completely dynamic. For an example, if you wish to show the latest post which is featured only here, you can upload a post, and if you mark that post as featured, it will automatically show in this place. So you don't need to change every time the order and positions. On the right side, we have another column, people's favorite. So in this section, it will automatically show the favorite post of people. That's mean the most often visited post on your website. It will show in this section. You can also see it has the reading time indicator. That's mean it will show you how long it will take to read this post. Now if you scroll down here, you will see this section. This is where you can place your Google ads, and if someone click on that, you will earn money, and I will show you how you can place these on your website later in this video. If you scroll down here, we have another section, editor picks, and in this section it will exclusively show only editor picks category blogs here. Now on the next section, we have a trending video section, and this is where you can post videos directly on your website. This section is really helpful if you are planning to upload videos in your website, like the video recorded reviews for products and things, and we will discuss more about this section later in this video. Then we have another category section, and this is where you can set up a particular category post for your websites. And on the right side we have newsletter option, and there are more posts, and we have the popular now option. So in this particular section, it will be completely organized by WordPress. That's mean it will automatically detect which posts are most visited, and it will show you here. During the development, you will get an option I will show you later in this video. If you enable that option, it will automatically organized. That's mean whenever a post get most visited, it will automatically show here. On the next section, you can place more Google ads here, and you can also place an Google ad here instead of this newsletter box. On the next section, we have the review section. This is where you can write down your reviews on products. Also, you can attach your affiliate links. And the interesting option is it will show you the review score here as well. And now if you scroll down here, we have another section, latest post. And by the way, this will be organized by your WordPress. That's mean whenever you upload a post, it will show you the latest post here. And we have some more section where you can place your more blogs, and you can also get the social media options. And if you click on load more, it will load more posts from your website. Now moving on, let's open a blog, and I will show you how the blog is look like. So this is the blog, and this is the category. So if you scroll down here, you will get the reading time here, how many comment people make, and what is the last updated date of this video. A user can share this post by clicking in the social media like Facebook, X, and Twitter. Also, you can place your Google ad here as well. Now if you scroll down here, you will get the option to create section like this, where you can describe the product description, and under that you have option to place your affiliate link. That's mean whenever someone click on that, they will be redirected to the actual product, and if they buy, you will get commission. If you scroll down here, this is the another section of how you can create this, and at the end we have the share option, and this is a user where they can share everything. These are the related posts, and if you want to add a comment, you can click on add a comment, and you can place your comment here. Now if we go to the home page and open a post from the review section, and this is the interesting part. If you scroll down here, you will see there is a beautiful section to describe the product review, and these things are really helpful if you are thinking to do the affiliate marketing in your blog post. Now on the home page, if we open the responsive version of this website, let's open this website on iPhone 14 Pro Max, and look at how everything is beautifully placed. And if you scroll down here, the website is super responsive no matter which device you are using, so it will give you a smooth user experience. If we open the website on iPad Air, look how beautifully everything is placed. And if we open a post here, you will see you can check the responsiveness, and this will give you a smooth user experience to your users. Now let's go to the home page. So this is the website we will create so far. Let me mention you, if you are facing any kind of problem, you can contact me by going this link and fill this form. You can find this link in the description as well. Now let's talk about the domain and hosting. Domain is basically your website name, and hosting is your digital space for your website. So all of the file you can see on this file, it will be stored on the hosting. Now before you choose a hosting provider, you need to know two things. First thing is reliability, and second thing is speed. So basically, if your website is hosted on a bad hosting provider and which is not reliable, that's mean which is not up 24/7, and a user visit your website and your website is not there anymore, you can lose a valuable client. That's mean your hosting need to be 100% available 24/7. And second thing is speed. So if your website is loading slow, that's mean you could lose a lot of traffic, which will be really valuable. The hosting we recommend is Hostinger. Hostinger is highly reliable and super optimized for your WordPress website. If you open this website, you will see the Cyber Week sale is ongoing. And if you click on this claim deal button, it will show you all the hosting package it has. Now, we highly recommend you to go for the business package, although it's very cheap compared to the other hosting provider, but it is not compromising on the service. For an example, you can install 100 of website. For an example, if you are planning to create another blog website or an e-commerce website on the same hosting, you don't need to purchase it again, and you can create your website here in this hosting. Also, you will get 200 storage, which is more than sufficient to create all of your website. Also, you will get the unlimited free SSL, which is really helpful. Also, you will get the free CDN. So these are some of the options. By choosing this theme, you need to click on choose plan, and it will redirect you to the cart page. Now, the period we recommend is 48 month, because if you choose 48 month, you will get an 80% discount. But you can also choose the 1 month, 12 month and 24 month as well, but the discount price will be less. Also in this package, you will get a free domain and 2 months extra over the 48 month. So click on continue and it will ask you to create an account. So remember the username and password and come back after you log in. After you log in, you can choose the payment gateway which you would like to proceed. For an example, if you want to pay with MasterCard or Visa card, you can click on this option and it will give you option to fill up this form. And once you fill up this form, once you click on pay now and complete the payment, it will redirect you to the dashboard. Give me a moment to complete the purchase and get back to you shortly. After that, you will be redirected to this page, and here you need to write down your email and password. It can be different from the Hostinger login username and password because this is for the WordPress. Once you do that, click on next, and here you need to choose a website type. You can choose any of that, but right now we will go for the create blank site. Now in this part, you can find your free domain. As we spoke about, if you take the 48 month package, you will get a free domain, and here you can search your free domain, and if that is available, you can go with that domain. But in our case, we will create a subdomain as we have the main domain occupied already. Now click on next and it will redirect you to the WordPress dashboard once it's installed. After you have been redirected in the WordPress dashboard, you will see this kind of window. And if we click on this dashboard option, you will see this actual WordPress dashboard. Now let's talk about the WordPress dashboard. First of all, we have post. Post is basically where you can publish the piece of content in your website. It can be text, it can be photos, or it can be videos. We will talk more about later in this video because this is a blog website and we will work a lot with this option. Now we have the media option. Media option basically where you will store all of your media files. It can be photos, it can be videos, sometimes it can be other format of content as well. Now we have the pages, and pages where we will create pages like home, about us, contact us, and so on. And now this is a really important option because we are planning to create a blog website. So the comment option is basically if you publish a post on your website, people can comment in your website, and you can manage all of the comment on your website from here. For an example, there are various options to manage a comment, like you can unapprove them, you can reply on that comment, you can edit that content, and you can delete that content. Now moving on to the appearance. Appearance is also a very important option in your WordPress dashboard. And in the appearance we have theme. This is where we can upload theme, and this will play a significant role of your website in terms of design and overall look and feel. For an example, if we open our home page, this is the home page right now, and we have the 2025 theme activated. Now if we switch to another theme, which is 2024, and refresh this home page, you will see the home page design and overall the vibe is completely changed. This is how a theme play with your website. Now we will talk more about this when we upload our theme. Now moving on to the plugins. Plugins is basically give you ability to add features and function in your website. So if you want to add a feature, for an example, if you want a better share option, you can add this feature with this help of the plugin system. So you need to click on add new plugin, and you can search for your plugin and you can install it from here. Then we have the users option. You can include new users in your website from here, and if someone register on your website, you can see and manage it from here. So for an example, if you want to add a new user, you can not only add administrator account, which can have the ability to manage your website, also you can assign them other roles like editor, contributor. So in that way they can only access a particular part of your website, not the whole website. Now moving on, we have tool. In the tool we have some really important option, but right now we will talk only about the import and export, and it's self-explanatory because you can understand. The import is basically if you want to import something from the other WordPress website, you can do this from here, and on the export you can basically export your website data to other website with this option. Now we have the settings. If we go to the general option, we have site title, tagline. Site title is basically your website title. For an example, if you open this website, you will see this is the site title. So if we want to change that, for an example, we want to change that and name that tech blogs, and we can add a tagline which will be stick news. And if we click on save, by the way, whenever you make any changes, you need to click on save changes, otherwise it won't change. So let's refresh this page, and you will see the tech blog latest tech news. You can also change this icon by clicking here, but right now we don't have any images, so we will talk about this later in this video. And there are some more other options. If you want to create a membership on your website, you can enable this option, and the by default role will be subscriber. You can learn more about WordPress role and abilities by googling it. Now after that we will go to the discussion option, because writing and reading will be not necessary to discuss on this video. On the discussion part, there are really few things to discuss. First of all, the comment. If you enable this first option, people or an user need to put his email before they comment, and if you enable the second option, they need to sign up before commenting on any post. There are some other options as well, you can explore that as well, but don't forget to click on save whenever you make any changes. Now let's go to permalink. Here you can structure your website URLs, and by default it should be post name. So the reason why we chose post name is very important in the term of the SEO of your website. So if it's not by default selected, please select this post name and save the changes. I believe we already discussed every important point in WordPress dashboard. Now from this point we will install our theme and start designing this website. Let's proceed by installing the required themes and plugins. We will start with selecting a theme that helps enhance the design of the website and make it more visually appealing, like the one we are aiming to create. When it comes to theme, many people tend to use multi-purpose themes, often selecting the most popular one on WordPress. However, such themes are designed to cater a wide range of WordPress website types, including e-commerce, blogs, and membership website. While versatile, they are not ideal for a blog-specific website. For our purposes, we need a theme designed exclusively for blogs that ensure the theme is SEO optimized, lightweight, and tailored specifically for blogging needs. Multi-purpose themes, especially the heavier ones, often include excessive feature and unnecessary coding that can slow down your website. By choosing a simple, lightweight, and blog-specific theme, you can ensure both optimal performance and a clean professional design. The theme we will use in this project is SmartMag. You can find this theme on themeforest.net, and the reason why we choose this theme is, first of all, it's modern and it's highly optimized. Also, it's very SEO friendly. We can say from our past experience. We have already purchased this theme, and now we will upload this to our WordPress website. In order to upload this theme to your WordPress website, first of all, you need to go to your dashboard and then go to the appearance and theme. And here you can see the add new option. Click on add new. And as we already download this theme from themeforest.net, we need to upload this theme. So we will click on upload theme and click on choose file. So this is the file, and here we will go to theme. So once you download this theme from ThemeForest, you will see a file something like this. So you need to extract that. And this is the actual theme. So whenever you download a file from ThemeForest, make sure you unzip that file first and see if there is any other zip file there or not. Click on install now. Once the theme is installed, you can see the active option. You need to click on active. Now we need to go to the being installed plugins, because whenever you upload this theme, you need to install the required plugins. So we will click on being installed plugins and select all plugins and install that. Okay, so our all required plugins is installed. Now let's go to plugin and check if everything is set up perfectly. Okay, and here you can see the SP here core file need to update. So we will click on update and it will update automatically. Great. So all of our required files and themes are installed. Now let's go to the home page and refresh this page. And this is the by default header and footer we have, and this is the by default blog we have on our website. Now from at this point we will start designing this website, and now if we visit the home page, you will notice the only blog post we have is hello world. To proceed, we will go to the WordPress dashboard and import some post for now. This is necessary to complete the design first. Once the design is finalized, I will show you how you can write SEO friendly blog post and how you can properly do the SEO optimization. For the first step, I'm using the WordPress by default importer. So you need to go to the tools and click on import, and if you scroll down here, this plugin, you need to install this plugin. Okay, once you install this, click on run importer, and this is the file I have prepared. Choose that file and click on upload. It's gonna take a bit longer. Now in this part we need to select an author, so I will select this author, and also I will make sure I check this box which is download and import file attachment. This is basically the blog post, images and other attachment. If you don't click this option, the images and other the attachment won't download. Okay, now the file is import. Let's check the home page if the blog is perfectly import. Great. Now as you can see, we have the demo blogs. Now we can start designing the website. Now let's start with the header. So creating the header is very easy in this theme. First of all, we need to go to the customize option. Once the customize option is opened, if you take a look in the code layout, you will see the header and nav menu. Click on that. And as I told you earlier that creating header in this theme is very easy. That's mean you will get pre-made headers and presets. So if you click on that and scroll down a little bit, you will see this header, right? So if you click on that, it will ask you for the preset and click on OK. And after a few seconds, as you can see, the header is ready. But we need to place the menus and the other settings here. We will do that in a bit. Let's just publish it. Now if we go to our example website, you will see it has a complete menu here, and we will create this menu in a bit. Let's create this menu first. So in order to create a menu, we will go to the dashboard again, and in the appearance, you will see this menu option here. And we need to create a menu. So the first menu will be top menu, and create the menu. Right now we will only create the menu, and later on this video we will add the page. So right now we will only create the menu, and later when we create the pages, we will link all the pages here. So in order to create the menu, first of all we will create on custom links, and when we have pages it will appear here, but we will talk more about this later in this video. So let's focus on custom links. If you click on that, you will get two options. The first option is link text, and the second option is URL. So here we will add the text, which will be demos, and here we will add only a hashtag. Then we have technology, and then we will add a hashtag here. Then we have gaming and buy now. Okay, so our top menu is done. Let's save this menu and refresh this page again, because even though if I search for the menu here, it will not appear because we just published the menu. So we need to refresh this page. Okay, once you refresh this page, now we need to go to the header nav menu again, and then you will see the secondary nav here. Click on that, and here we need to select the menu we just created. So click on selected menu and select the top menu here, and then click on publish. Okay, so our menu is published here. Now let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. Now let's create the main menu. If we go to our demo website, as you can see, we have the main menu here, and it has some pages, it has some categories. So first of all, we will go to our dashboard, and in the appearance, we will go to the menu. Okay, then we will create. So if we go to the appearance, then menu, we need to create another menu here. So create a new menu. Let's name it main menu here and click on create a menu. Great. Now, if we go to our example website, we can see the first link is home. We will create the page later and link this page later in this video. But right now, let's just go for the blank text. Sorry, blank link. Then we have features. So in the features, as you can see, we have a drop down menu. So as I hover on the feature menu, if you focus on the bottom left side, you will see the feature menu. The feature link is completely blank, as we will create the drop down menu here. So let's see how we can build this. First of all, we will create the menu here. Features. Then under this, we will add 4 posts. Okay, it can be any post. So right now we will only select let's say these 4, and when you select all this post, you need to click on add new, add to menu. So these are the posts. So if you drag down here like this, it will be considered this the drop down menu under the features option. Okay, then we have the technology. So we will find for the technology. By the way, this kind of menu called the mega menu, and we will not create a blank link here because technology is a category. So we will find for the technology and then click on add menu here. Then if you open this, you will see this option mega menu. If you click on that, it will say that category modern. Okay, then let's save this menu and take a look how it's looking. By the way, if you want to place this menu, you need to click on customize, then go to header menu. Okay, so let's save this menu and take a look how it's looking. So in order to do that, if we go to the home page, we need to set the menu first. To set the menu, in the menu setting, we can click on the main navigation here and click on save. And let's go to the home page again. So it's look like this. So if we hover here, you can see the drop down menu, and if we hover on the technology, you can see the exact mega menu we are looking for. So creating the mega menu in this theme is pretty easy. Now let's go to the example website, and we have typography. So typography will be a link. It will be a blank link. So we will add a hashtag and typography. click on add to menu. Then we have phones. So here this part is a bit tricky because as you can see we have a mega menu, and inside that mega menu we have post. Also we have some categories. So if you hover on that categories, it will show you different posts like this. So let's build this one second. Yep. So first of all, we need to import the main category, which is phone. So here we will search for phone, this one. And then inside that, we need to include the other categories like technology, game, gadgets, and view all. Okay. So let's add the technology, gaming, and gadget first. And then we need to drag this to make a subcategory of the main category. Okay, now let's save this page and go to the home page again. So one second, what is it? Okay, we need to enable the mega menu option. We forgot to enable that. Okay, now let's refresh this page again. Okay, now if we refresh this page, as you can see, the menu is as expected, like this. Now the only thing left is buy now, but we will not include this link as it's not related to this post. So moving on, we successfully created the so far we already created the menu section. There are some changes of course, but we will do this later in this video. Let's jump into the home page and start the designing journey. Okay, so after the header we need to create the footer. We already have the side footer, but what we need to do here is we need to create the upper section of this footer, as you can see. So here what we will do is, first of all, we will go to the home page, then we will click on customize, and if you scroll down here you will see this footer option, but we will come back to this option later. First we need to go to the widgets and go to the footer widgets. Okay, so if you want to publish a widget which we will design like this, you can do it from here. And on the footer option what we have here is the upper footer. If you click on upper footer and you will see the layout, if you disable this upper footer section will be disabled on your website. But if you want to include that, make sure the upper footer is enabled on your customize option. Once it's enabled, then we need to go to the widget option, and here we will search for latest post, this one, and we will name this as most popular, right? Okay, and we will take another latest post and we will name this as our pick. Here if you take a look on the example website, there is only 3 posts per column, so we will make that as 3. This one is also 3. Okay, now one thing you notice maybe, which is both column post is same, we need to change that. So what we will do here is we will go to the post source And either what you can do here is you can select a category, so all of the posts will come from a specific categories, or you can change the order like this. Second. Yep. So here if you add the offset post like from 5, so the page post will be changed like this. So what basically in here, so what basically happen here is when you set a what basically happen here is when you set a offset post, it's basically start from the number you put in this box, and in that way both post and both column won't match. So these are our two columns, and the third one is the newsletter option. So we will go to the top, minimize this and click on widget. We will search for yes, this one. Okay, yes, it looks same, although we need to set up the newsletter settings later in this video, but this is doable right now. Okay, so our footer section design is done. Let's click on publish, and if we go to the home page, so this is the upper footer section, as you can see. So our footer is done. At this point we will start designing the home page. So in order to design the home page, we will go to WordPress dashboard, and we will go to the pages option. Here, as you can see, we have privacy policy page, which by default generated by WordPress. Whenever you install a WordPress website, these pages are by default generated. So we will click on add new page, and here we need to name our page, which will be home page, or you can just say home. And then on your right side at the top, you will see the publish option. You need to click on that. Okay, so our home page is live now. Now we will design this home page in Elementor. So for a short briefing of Elementor, as I told you earlier in this video, Elementor is basically a page builder which will help you to build pages. And the impressive feature is you can create this page by drag and drop builder. For an example, if you want to add a title, if you drag this title element here, you can see the title. You can customize it, you can give it some style, you will have some advanced option as well. So this is the most impressive feature, if you can say. And before we start building this site on Elementor, I would like to talk about some very basic feature which we will use a lot in this video, which is section and inner section. So what is section basically? If we go to our example website, you will see this this section started from here to here, and this is another section, and this is another section. And in the first section, if we take a look closely, we have two columns. So we have a left column, we have a right column, and the left column is taking around for, let's say, for 70%, and the right side of column taking 80%. So let's go to our page, and if you click on this plus icon, you will see this option. So here, as we need two columns, we will choose the two column option, as you can see. And then what we will do here is we will click on this edit column option, and if you take a look here, you will see the column weight option. If I write down 70% here, it will be look like this. And we have the other column which taking might be 30%, I guess. Yes. Now for the first element, the featuring post you will see here, we will search for featured area grid. We will drag and drop this element here. Okay. Now, as you can see on the example website, it has only one post. So on the number of posts, we will remove the 4 and type 1. And now, as you can see, there are a lot of white space here. We need to reduce it. So in order to reduce that, you will see the style option. And from here, if you click on equal one column, it will look like this. Now we have another problem, which is the height is very long, which we need to reduce. So if we talk about some basic things, as you can see, we have 4 options basically. So general is basically about content, and there are some other settings. If we talk about layout, so there are some settings about layout. For an example, which we are looking for is, you see the use aspect ratio. If you disable this, you can now control the height of this image, which will be basically work with aspect ratio. You can explore that option, but we will leave this as blank. So it will automatically take the best height which will be necessary for the background image. Now there are some other options. For an example, if you see the post icon, format icon, you can disable this. You have some metadata here. If we disable this, you will see the metadata is gone. There are some other options like show post title. If you disable this, the post title will be gone. So you can explore these options, but right now, according to the example website and what exactly we are looking for, we need these options. Great. By the way, there are some color changes. I know we will take care of this at the end of this video. And now let's just focus on building the structure first. So we have the first section here. Let's talk about the next settings. So post source is basically the post you are seeing, what will be its source. For an example, as you can see, these post is from gaming category. So this one is category. And if we select a specific category, for an example, if we choose something like technology, so it will show the post only from technology category. Otherwise, if you don't choose any category, what will happen is it will show the latest post. For an example, if you post a recent blog in your website about technology, it will show the technology. If you post the latest post about gaming, it will show the gaming. So I hope you understand. It also have some exclude category option. So for an example, if you only choose 3 or 4 category, by the way, you can choose multiple categories here. So if you choose like gadgets and technology gaming, it will only show whenever you post something under these 3 categories. And if you want to choose more posts, like for an example, if you choose like all of the categories except one category, so it will never show the category you selected here, any post from that category. So I hope you understand the basic things. And there are really interesting thing about offset. We will talk about shortly about this option, and this option is really important when especially we're creating a blog website. So moving on now, what we need to do is we need to create these 2 blocks. So basically, in order to create these blocks, we will search for grid blocks. Yep, like this. Okay. Now we will reduce the 4 to 2 post. We will make the changes about the styling later in this video, so don't worry about it. Let's just focus on building the structure. So in the layout option, what we have is 2 column. Okay, post expert word. Okay, that's good. So basically this option is how many like word you would like to show about this post details. If you reduce it to make it 10, it will only show the 10 word. If you increase that to 20, it will show 20 post, 20 word basically. So make it 50, 15 like this. Okay, great. Okay, it's look good. So the option we are talking about, for an example, if you take a look here, so these are blog posts, and the work of blog post is it will show you the latest post on your website. So if you place this blog post here, you will see this post and this post is same, which is not looking good. If you are talking about you will add like 10 or 20 blog post element here. So what we will do here is what the offset concept work. So we will go to post source here, and you will see if I select the offset of 2 here, it will rotate the post. And if I select the offset, for an example, offset 1 here, okay, so if you do this and change the number on all the element you are using, the post will not match on every element, which will be much easier to handle. Now there are some styling changes. We will take care of this shortly. Let's focus on the right side of the column, which will be a list block. So we will click on this plus icon and search for list block. I think this one. Okay. So as you can see, we have the list block here. So what we need to do is, first of all, we need to fix the styling because this is looking very odd. So just give me a moment. First of all, what we need to do is we need to add a title here. So in order to create the title, remember I haven't explained you the header part. So we will place our title here, which will be people's favorite. Okay, like this. And you can place a link here as well, but right now we don't need the link. Yes, and we can change the color and this thing like this. Yes, looks great. Now if you click on this option, what we need to do is we need to go to the layout, and if you notice here, there is no post content. You can see the title, you can see the categories, you can see the metadata, but you don't see any content. So what we will do is we will remove this option. Looks great. Now we need to resize the title here. So in order to resize the title, now as you can see, the blog post content is gone. Now what we need to do is we will scroll down a little bit, and as you can see, the image position is left right now. We will make it on the right side. Great. We need to scroll down a little bit more, and okay, here we need to make the image width only 30%, and we can set a max width which is 90 pixel. Now the image is looking very small, but we can set the aspect ratio by square, so the image will look good. Now everything is looking good other than this. Now we will move to the style option, and here the media image roundness will be, let's try 100%. Okay, we have another problem, which is we need to remove the category title here. 1 second, let's do this. Overlay will be disabled. Great. Now it's looking great. Now we have another thing to do. If you take a look on the example website, you will see it has only the author name and the reading time. So we need to change that because right now we have a lot of things. So let's go to the layout again, and let me check. It should be on the layout. Okay, we need to disable this option because this option basically add all the default and global metadata which is on your website. So the item above, which will be this thing, it should be category. Great. And the item below will be first of all author, and then we will have the reading time. Great. Okay, great. So we have everything we need like this. Great. Now what we need to do is we need to resize the title size. So we will directly go to the style option and go to the post title, and here let's select 15 pixel. Yes. And let's go to the content again. We need to do a little small work. So image vertical option will be centered, not should be on the top. Great. Okay, so everything is done. We will add the other options shortly. Yes. Okay, we have another option, which is, you see the three dots, it's basically came from this empty option, so we will just make it 0. 1 second. Limit lines show. Yes, we will disable this exert option, and yes. So how many posts are there? 1 2 3 4 5. There will be 5 posts. Okay, here we need to go to the general option and make it 5. Great. Now we need to fix this section. As you can see, it has a card type view, so we will just normally select the styled to card option, cards option. Great. And yep, and we will select this none because it's looking very big. No problem, we will take care of this in the style option. So yes. Okay, we will make the other changes shortly. Now okay, now let's move to the next section here. Sponsored. First of all, we need to take a section and we will add a heading here, which will be sponsored. Okay, we need to resize it, fix the alignment first, and then it should be something around 15. The weight should be 400. Okay, it should be, I think, 12 pixel. Great. Now we need to include the image, and you can upload an image, or if you already have image in your media library, you can do that from here. So click on select file. Okay, this is the folder on the media file. This is the file here. 1 second, let's click on select, and as you can see, we have the image. You can resize this image by going the style option, and you can control the image width. Let's say we will go for 80%. Great. Now it has a lot of gap, so we need to reduce it. So basically, when you include item in your WordPress, especially in the Elementor, by default the section take 20% gap between all the element you have. So what we need to do here is, so you need to click on this column icon, and as you can see the widget space is 20%. We will make it 0, so it will look like this. Great. We need to do a small thing. We need to add a space in the top. So let's say we are adding 80%, or no, 40% of space here. Okay, great. So we successfully created 2 sections. Let's take a look how it's looking. You can check the website by clicking on the preview changes option, and so far we have created this section. Now moving on to the third section, we will take a section here and we will search for great blocks. Great. Now definitely we will do some changes here. First of all, there will be four posts. Great. If you go to the layout, it should be 4 columns. Looks good. And then we will reduce the space and we will enable this option. Now, okay, here we need to make the line limit 3, so all of the line will be same height. We don't need any content here, and we will fix the metadata later in this video. And here the image ratio will be rectangle like this. Great. Now let's take a look about the other options. Okay, so fix the metadata first, which will be in the below. First we have the the author here and the date. So it will be author then date. Great. Okay. Now the number you see here, it is generated automatically by this theme blocks option. So what we need to do is we will click on this add number option and we will do this. Looks great to me. Now we have some image changes as well. We will do this. Don't worry, just click on this section, go to advanced and add a space of like 20 or 50 pixels, so this section will be look beautiful, because right now it's look very congested. Click on publish, take a look how it's looking. Great. We need to add a little bit more space, because this sponsor is right now seems like overlapping the image. So let's say we will add 5 pixel, publish this. Now it's look good. Okay, we will fix the other changes, the images and other things. Let's move to the next section, which will be trending videos. So let's take a section here, and if you take a look on the trending, it has a background color. So I'm copying this color. I have a tool called Microsoft, I think Power Toys or something like that. So it will be basically help you to choose colors or pick colors like this. Great. And one thing I would like to mention, if you take a look here, you will see this color is basically a gradient color, because here is something like bluish color, and if you take a look here, it is completely black. So we will fix the bluish color and black color, no problem. If you take a look on the example website, so basically it has a section and then it has column. So remember we were talking about the intersection option, right? So here is how we will do. First of all, we will take a blog heading here. Great. And the text will be trending videos. And we will change the color and style to this. Okay, looks great. Yes, it's doable. Now let's take the inner section. So inner section is basically used for if you want to create another section inside a section. So far we already work with sections, and you can add multiple column in a section. But what happened, for an example, we take 3 columns here. So what happened if you want to include another column in this column? And here the inner section come, and you can create multiple column with inner sections. So we will take inner section here, which will basically help us to create this section. Great. Now we will search for overlay blocks. It will be, the post number is 1. Okay, layout should be 1 column like this. And I think we need to, it will be something around 60% and 40%. So we will expand this column to 60%. Great. Now click on this option, and here we will disable the aspect ratio option. 1 second. Yeah. And on the post source we will select, on the example website it has editor pics. The main category will be trending videos. Great. Okay, on the heading option, we don't need any heading, so we will disable this. Looks great. Now moving on to the sidebar. So we will just copy this section here and paste it here. Great. Now we have a section. What we need to do is we need to change the colors. Like the title color will be white, and the content, 1 second. Okay. Now on the layout we don't need the categories, although we need the author link and the date, not the reading time here. Okay, we need to change the color. Don't worry about it, we will take care of this. And on the example website, if you take a look, this image is rounded, so we will only add 10% of this roundness, or less, like 5. And on the content source, here the image ratio will be white, like this. No, I need to increase this to 40%. No. Yes. And we need to select the source here, which will be on the content, post source, and in the main category we need to select the trending videos, like this. Great. And we will just disable the header. Looks great. Okay, in order to change the colors we need to select the, yes, now it's look great. I think we need to remove the, yes, about the image size we need to control it, because right now it's looking very long. So in the content, layout should be, yes, looks good. Now on the example website we have this section, so we can basically use this section here, and we need to take another inner section. One second, let me fix this. Yes, we need to remove this column because we don't need this. Paste it here. Select the color schema, white, dark. Yes, we don't need the numbers, so we will remove the numbers option. One second. Yes, we don't need the numbers. On the example website it's look like this, no problem. First of all, we need to change the source here. It should be trending videos, and we will definitely need to add some offset because all of the post is look like same, and we need to reduce it to 3. Okay, and here we need to disable the header. Heading should be disabled. Great. And here what we need to do is we need to change the style from normal to stylish, and we don't need the category tag, so we will just disable this. Okay, looks good. Now there are some minor changes, of course, we will take care of this. And the title should be, limit should be 2 lines like this, and we need to fix the title size, which will be here, I think around 15. Yes, okay, let's publish this page. Here are a few things to improve. Let's take a look in this section. First of all, what we need to do here is we need to add some padding, because right now it's the content is in the edge. So we will go to the advanced option, and in the padding we will add something around 20% padding or 40%. Let's go for 40%. Great. Okay, here if you notice, we need to add more space, I guess, and there are 4 posts, so it should be 4, and we need to increase the size here. We will basically do from here. One second. In the aspect ratio it should be, let's try with the square. Okay, looks good. Now as I told you that we need to change the offset, because all of the post, if you take a look, all of the post is looking same. So let's click on this option and go to the post source, and offset should be 1. Here if you go to the post source, the offset should be 2, and on the last post, on the post source option, of course, the offset should be 3. So now none of them will be overlay or differ with anything. Great. So let's just publish this section, and I think it's look good. Now moving on to the next section, we have this section here. Let's create this section. We need to take a title first. Okay, let's take a section first. Okay, now we need this element here, but before we take a section we need to add another column because of this sidebar. Great, let's make it 70% and search for list block. It should be only one, and the image position will be left. It seems okay. The image size will be increased from here. 1 second. By 50%. Okay. Leave the aspect ratio like this. Also, we need to fix the vertical alignment of this image. Yes. Okay, here what we need to do is we need to center the text, which will be here, I guess. So do we need to show the categories? Yes, we need to show the category title here. Then this is the vertical center option, and we can enable this option so it will create a beautiful effect in the font. We will talk about this about the responsiveness, of course. Now we need to add a title here. So in the heading we will go for new gadgets. Okay, the text should be new gadgets, and on the view more option we need to change this style to this one, and on the view more option we will say see all. Okay, and in the view more style it should be, I think, rounded fill style like this. Great. Now moving on to the next section here, which will be another list blocks. Search for list blocks, and here what we need is we need 2 columns, and each column will have, we don't need to show the details, so we will disable this option. And on the title option, and we also don't need to show the categories as well, so we will remove the category option by clicking here. The media should be looks okay, but let's say it's 30%, and the image ratio will be, the max width will be 100 pixel. Let's say 1.3 to look good. Now we need to set this center, so what we will do here is the image vertical position should be center like this, and we need to limit the title here, so we will go for the title limit. Yes, this one, it should be 2. Okay, looks good to me. And here we forgot to do one thing. We need to enable this author image option, so you will see this image here like the example website. Okay, now we need to do some little changes, like we need to round this image first. So we will go to the style option, and in the media roundness it should be 5. Yes, and we can add a shadow here like the example website. The roundness will be 5. We can add a shadow here. We need to fix the title size, which will be, I think, 18. Yes. And if you want to include the comment option, you can do that, but right now we don't need this comment option here. So in the layout, we will go for the default option, and we will only add author and date. Okay, looks great. Now let's publish this. Okay, here we have the section. We need to create this section. So we will search for, okay, here we will search for newsletter form, which will be look like this. Okay, we can change some option, or looks great. Yes, looks great. We will, and we have the popular now option. So if we go to our example website, you will have the popular now section. So we will search for blog grid here, and here we need a one column option, and here we don't need to show the content. We also need to show the, we don't need to show the media file, and we need to add the numbers here, which will be, I think, like this, circled. Okay, so it's look good. We need to add the view option here, by the way. So what we will do here is we will go to the post metadata option, and here we will add the author, date, and view counts. Okay, so the view count will be show based on video, based on views. Whenever you publish this website, you will see this option. Now we have a small issue here. What we need to do here is we will click on, let me check. So on this column, if you take a look, like, let's publish this page. Okay, so you will see the difference, right? It has a lot of content, and if we go to our example website, this section is sticky. So in order to make it sticky, click on this edit column option and go to the native sticky option, publish this. And now if you scroll down, I think we need to add some more content. 1 second. So what is the next section? The next section is this one. Here we need to add, search for overlay. 1 second, overlay blocks. The column will be 2, looks good. The post will be only 2, great. And everything is look good, some minor changes, no problem. And then we have the list block, which is the same one. So we will just copy and paste this and make it 6. Now as you can see, if I publish this and go to the home page, you will see the native sticky option is working perfectly. Great. Now we need to add some space between this section. Should be something around 60%. Now publish it. Okay, looks good. Now if we go to our example website, you will see this, the second section we design, it's look like same, so we will just copy and paste the second section from here. Okay, now we have the features review option. Let's take another section here and search for blog heading, this one. Option will be this one, text should be this, and on the style option we will make it center like this. Great. Now we need to add the features, which will be list block here, and we will make it only one block. The color will be dark because we need to apply a background color like this. One second, go to the advanced, and on the background option we need to add a color, which will be this one. Yes. Okay, now here what we need to do is we need to change the image position, which will be right side of this image like this, and we need to fix the content vertical position, no problem. The word count should be, I think, 17. Yes, and we also need to add we also need to remove this category option. It should be decibel, and in the post meta we will add the category, and the category style should be label, and under that we have author and date. Okay, and here on the image, one second, yes, on the image we will make it 100, the 50% of the whole section, and the aspect ratio will be, let's take custom 1.4. looks great. On the layout we need to fix the vertical option, which will be this one, and we need to enable this option. Great. Okay, now we need to fix the padding here. One second. On the content box we need to add a padding, which will be, I think, 30% or more than that, 40%. Looks good. And we need to make the whole thing rounded. So in order to create the whole element rounded, we need to go to the advanced, then border should be 10 pixel, and also we need to make the image rounded. So we will go to the style, and the image roundness will be 10% also. Great. Now I think we need to change the page source, so we will get this option. So let's go here on the post source. Okay, we need to go to the layout option, and in the image we have the review option. So we will make the review circle like this. Here we need to select gadgets. Great. And disable the header. Looks good. Now we need to add more like these sections, which is an easy thing. We need to just pick it from here and paste it here. We need to remove the numbered things, so we will go to layout, and there should be no numbers, and also it will be, the style will be card like this. We need to make the whole things content border. Yes, the post roundness will be 10. And on the source option, I think, one second, we need to add the rating option, which will be here. No, circle. Yes. And in the source option, it should be gadgets. Definitely we need to add an offset here, which will be 1, and the offset will be, I think it should be 2. And we need to disable the heading here. Yes. Now let's moving on to the next section here. Yes, and I guess it's look good. These two haven't have review, so we need to change the category, and it should be featured reviews. Great. The offset should be 2 or 1. Yes. Now moving on to the next section, which will be this one. This one is pretty easy, so let's create this one. Let's take a look if we have created this section, and I guess this one we can work with that. So first of all, we will take a section which has 2 columns. The first column will be 70%. We will paste it here, make the column 1 like this. We will remove the image things. Content should be vertical, and the style should be card. Looks good. And we need to show some excerpt. Great. Also we need to add this thing, right? And we also have a title here. So what we will do here is we will just copy and paste this title. No, not this one, this one. We will just copy and paste this title. I think we need to put it on the top like this. Need to change the color to black, and the title should be latest article. Latest article looks great. And then we have this, and we already created this section, which will be this one. Go to this One second, let me check. Here, this one, paste it here, make it one. Layout should be one column, and need to fix the image size, which will be I think on the style option. The image ratio will be custom, should be, let's try for a standard ultra wide rectangle like this. Looks great. Okay, looks great. Then we have another section which will be these lists again. We will just paste it here, and we will add a pagination on this option, I guess. Yes, the pagination option. So it should be a load more button like this one. Yes, looks good. And on this side we have a social section, which will be pretty easy. Just need some spacing here first, which will be 60 pixel. Then we will add inner section, and here we will add a block heading. It should be inside this section, by the way. We are social. The design will be, I think, C2. Yes, the text will be centered, and then we will search for social we will add this option here. The post will be one, layout should be one, and its node should be curved like this. Also, it doesn't have any exert, so we will remove that like this. Looks great. And then we have some listing here, which I guess will be this one. And change the color to default. Okay, on the style option we will add a divider, column gaps, row gap, add separator like this. Looks great. On the page source we will change it to not trending videos, so it will look like this. And we need to make this section sticky. Not this section, one second, I picked the wrong one. Open the structure here, and on the inner section, top of this column, it should be sticky like this. So let's publish it. Okay, so we have so far created the homepage structure. We will make the changes as per our requirement. Well, the structure is ready. Now let's just focus on the other minor things, and we will check on the mobile responsive version as well. First of all, if we take a look on the right side, you can see we can increase one more blog post here. So instead of 5, I think it should be 6. And then I guess we will go for the round images instead of the square one like we did here. And we will also add some shadows here as well. And then we have some minor spacing changes like this and like this. So let's jump back to the Elementor again and do some fixing. First of all, on the right side, we will increase the block amount. So we will click on this edit icon, and on the number of posts, instead of 5, we will increase that to 6. And I think it's look good. Now let's go to the first banner image here, and on the style option, what we will do here is we will add a roundness of 5. I think it's look good. And then we will add some shadow here from here. Great. Also, we will change these images and go to the roundness of 5 pixel. And we will add some shadow here as well, or I guess don't, because this is a box design and it will look pop more if we add the shadow. So leave it like this. And one more thing I would like to mention here, that we are using images here because we don't have any AdSense code right now. But if you are trying to create this blog website and you are uploading post and you apply on the AdSense and you get approval, then you will get a piece of code. And I will show you right now how you can add that piece of code so it will act as your AdSense banner. So first of all, you need to search for HTML code here, and you need to drag this element here, and the code you will get from your AdSense account, you need to paste it here. We will definitely create a dedicated video once we get approval on this site. So let's just focus on the other changes. So if you click on this, we need to fix the roundness from here, 5, like this. Now if we scroll down here, as you can see, this thing is already rounded. I think we need to work on this one. Yes, also on this one. Okay, so now this section is perfect. If you take a look on this section, you can add a margin on the top like this, or you can also do one more thing. If you don't want to add a padding here, what we will do here is we will add a dedicated spacing, so it will always differentiate. But I highly recommend you to use the padding because sometimes the spacing will look not expected on the other devices like phone or tablets. So we will just go for the padding, and if there is anything wrong in the other device, we can fix that. I will show you later in this video, so don't worry about it. Next, just go to the roundness and we will add some shadow here, and then we need to figure this out. So what we will do here is we will add a margin in the top and the bottom like this. It not should be 80 pixel. I think 60 pixel will be great. Okay, and we need to reduce the space below because the space is a lot more than what we are expecting. Also here we will go to style and we will fix this spacing here, and in the social icon we will add a padding here, so it should be something around 30 pixel. Now I guess everything is about the minor changes is done. We need to fix this one, and I hope you get the idea about how you can do this. So I believe you can handle this. And now let's take a look at the website and the page we created, how it's looking on the mobile version. So we will click on this mobile version from here, and if we scroll down at the top, you will see this section is good. Okay, here we need to add some spacing, no problem. Here what we will do is we will add a margin of 30 pixel. Sorry, I picked the wrong column. This column, the margin at the top should be 30 pixel. Okay, and then we need to increase the size of this image, but this is not relevant because when you add the code from your AdSense account, it will automatically resize based on the device you are using. This section is look right. We need to work on this section, so we will decrease the padding here, make it 0. Let's take a look how it's going. Great. And we will add some padding at the top and the bottom so that it will look separate the title and the colors. So it should be 40 pixel and 40 pixel at the bottom as well. And we need to decrease the size, no problem. Okay. Okay, everything is look good now. This section is look good. Okay, on the mobile version, if you want to decrease the padding, you can do like this. Click on the element you would like to reduce the padding. Just go with your custom padding here. So if you apply on the mobile version 20%, 20 pixel, it will only work on 20 pixel on the phone, but if you go to the desktop version, it will stay 40 pixel as we set. Now if we scroll down here, we already talked about this section. Everything looks good to me. Great. Now if we go to the tablet version here, let's take a look if there is any changes. Okay, in the tablet version we need to do some fixing here. The title row should be limited to 1 or 2 maybe. And we need to increase this. Let's go for 60% and make it 40%. Looks good. We need to decrease the post amount. We should go for 2, I guess. And we also need to limit the like this. We need to decrease the title here, so we will go for layout, and here we will move to the 2 lines. Okay, rest seems good. Now let's publish it and go to the home page again. Now one thing, if you take a look here, if we click on tech blocks, you will see this page, because by default this is the page. We need to set the home page we created as a home page. So this is our URL, and whenever someone go to this URL, they should be look at this page we create. So in order to do that, you need to click on customize, then go to the home page setting, select the static page, and here we will select the home page and click on publish. And now this is the URL. If we open the website here, it will look like this. I hope you definitely get the idea about how you can create this homepage for your blog website, and you can definitely add other pages like about and contact and privacy policy and so on as per your requirement. But I hope you get the idea how you can create these pages with Elementor. And don't forget, I include the template blog in the description. So if you import that file as I shown in this video, you can get all the demo posts so you can start building this website. One thing we forgot on the menu, we need to replace this home with our actual home page. So whenever someone click on that home, they will not end up blank and they will be actually redirected to the home page. So we will delete the blank link and click on save menu here. Go to the home page again and you will see this is the home page. So this is it for now, and I really hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if there is any question, feel free to ask in the comment box. Also, if you have any query, you can reach us with the link given in the description box and we will talk with you as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day.